Liga champion Luis Suarez, Copa America champion as well. But three of them, most recently, MLS Cup champions coming all the way from Inter Miami. What a grand occasion this is, and they have been in sold-out stadiums. They have played World Cup finals, Copa America finals, Champions League finals, but still, I'm sure they will be feeling the electricity here at the Salt Lake Stadium.
Liam, I'm very sure if you were sitting in the International Space Station today, this road possibly reached that. Believe me, Kolkata has had the record before. We talked about movies, but this is something different, something from a different dimension, where gods and monsters trade alike.
The great European won 43 international games for his country. He scored 69 goals. And Rodrigo Javier de Paul for Argentina. He scored just 2 goals because he's a defensive midfielder and played 83 games. And he's being introduced, all the players being introduced to the Indian legends. And again, this is a wonderful moment, a fanboy moment.
The legends in their own right of Indian football, but when you come up against the GOAT and you see him in the flesh, you get a few autographs in as well. This is fantastic to see from the great man. A few autographs on the jerseys which will be cherished forever and ever. Nice to see Rodrigo de Paul just enjoying the sun, soaking in the sun here in Kolkata.
He loves it. He absolutely loves it, and I think this is what the dreams is all. Just see the celebrations in the stands. It is a festival. Yes, Christmas is around the corner, but we now have a pre-Christmas festival, and that is called the GOAT Tour. Lionel Messi arriving in the city of joy.
And just to see the close-ups of the fans, many of them in tears, such an emotional moment. So attached are the Indian faithful, the Kolkata faithful to the great man and to the game of football itself. You saw a quick celebration there. Somebody just got an autograph of Messi and goes on celebrating like they scored a goal.
मेसी के सन में रोड्रिगो डी पॉल और लुइस सुआरेज भी है। ये पश्चिम बंगाल की जो मंत्री जो है आरोप विश्वास वो भी घूम रहे हैं और ये सारे खिलाड़ियों से भी वो परिचित हो रहे हैं। ये जो सन जो है ये एक खिलाड़ी के लाइफ में किसी की भी लाइफ में बहुत ज्यादा आता है।
In fact, a lot of players want to do it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. It's like a dream that you see in the wildest of your dreams. It has come true today. And that's why Leandro just said, getting an autograph and celebrating it, believe that that's more to him than possibly winning a World Cup.
We spoke about it yesterday as well. Just being in the same periphery as the great man, as these 3 great players, it is overwhelming for us as well.
Now the next event would be Rodrigo Javier de Paul and Luis Suarez with Leo Messi. They would play a tiki-taka with the school boys, and that would also be absolutely the shocking down for the kids.
Oh, what a grand spectacle that would be. And Messi and Suarez, part of the famous Barcelona side, winning 4 La Ligas together, winning the Champions League as well, part of the famous MSN. And now, a few of the youngsters will get to grace the field with these special superstars.
A moment that comes with so many emotions, I think, which you will not find in the English lexicon. You have to feel it. Feel it with your heart, with your soul, with your own physical presence.
और देखिए इनकी जो प्रभाव ये विश्व में है। आप दुनिया के कोई भी देश में जाइए, वहाँ पे जो अहम खिलाड़ी होते हैं, जो बहुत स्किलफुल होते हैं, उनको मेसी कहा जाता है। सोचिए जैसे जापान में बोलते हैं टकेफुसा कुडो, इसको जापानीज मेसी, और चाइना में काफी खिलाड़ी को बोलते हैं, लेकिन वो नहीं got great skill. The Turkish Messi is, of course, Arda Güler, the wonder boy right now with the Real Madrid. German Messi is, of course, the 17-year-old Leonard Curl, and he is doing wonders with the Bayern Munich. And if you talk about African Messi, you can name a couple of them. Mo Salah for the Egypt, and again, JJ Okocha for Nigeria.
And that's where we say dreams are crafted and drafted, because whoever gets a football at their feet, and they get onto the pitch, they want to be like the great man.
Rohit, who's the Indian Messi?
I think there's one name that comes undoubtedly to us. Sunil Chhetri. The man who's transcended every single boundaries that the Indian football can dream of.
Definitely, and trying to match the great man as well when it comes to international goals. Up with the greats there. In the Messi season, love to see a smile on the face. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, of course, but he's enjoying every bit of this occasion here at the Salt Lake.
Talking about a bit of a skill, you could also bring in Bachchan Bhutia with I Am the Jet. That was a wonderful combination for the national side as well. And here the crowd enjoying every moment of it, because the greatest is here. The dream is here. Leo Messi in Kolkata again after 14 long years.
Every time the crowds just get louder and louder. Jerseys signed, shirts signed, boots, footballs, you better keep them safe, because these are things to cherish. We saw the amount of white and blue when we entered the stadium. At 6 o'clock in the morning, there were fans lining up, all for this great man. There we see the Argentina flag as well, lots of the Indian flags as well. And this is such a grand occasion.
6 a.m. today, Liam, today. The crowd started yesterday night. I think when we left, the lines outside the stadium, they were massive. So that just tells you the praise, the fan, the love, the unbridled emotions that these fans, they bring in for Lionel Messi. And of course, let's not forget the two other superstars, Luis Suarez and Rodrigo de Paul.
कल रात को कोलकाता हवाई अड्डा में काफी जो मेसी फैंस है वो पहुंच चुके थे और वेट कर रहे थे, और जब उनकी कैबिनेट जो वहां से निकली वो सारे वो चैंट कर रहे थे, मेसी मेसी वी लव यू एंड द वर्ल्ड एवर। वो जहां भी जाते हैं सभी एक ही आवाज उठते हैं, वही गूंजते हैं सब, लियो मेसी वी लव यू।
Most definitely, I think it is unparalleled fans that we've seen here in India and across the world. They've got tattoos, they've got cafes in his name, they've got taxis decorated in his name, they've got absolutely everything. It doesn't end anywhere, does it?
So once wondering in the commentary box as well, we have got a Messi staff along with us. That's the fandom, guys. That's the fandom.
We call Leo Messi the gift of God to the mankind.
Absolutely, that's the most apt way to put it, because it is a gift from God. The way he moves with that football, the way he glides through, and the presence that he possesses. You can feel it in our voices, you can hear it at the Salt Lake Stadium. He is the GOAT, and that is why it's a fitting start to the GOAT tour that it happens here in the Mecca of Indian football.
Absolutely, and I think it might not be showing on his face, but I think in the winter sun of Kolkata, what's going on inside his heart is a whirlwind of emotions, possibly trying to gauge. He knows what Kolkata football fans can be like, and now he's soaking it for a second time, just trying to gauge the emotions, the raw, crude feelings that come with him.
Yeah, to have an absolute packed out house for the great man who's not even playing, he's just come and he might just play a little bit of tiki-taka here and there, just goes to show the fandom and the love that everybody has for him.
Again, the crowd would love to see that balding juggle with his magical left foot. It's a keepsake photograph. And Kolkata has always been, it's called the Mecca of the Indian football. और काफी सारे खिलाड़ी आ चुके हैं. Lev Yassin, दुनिया की सबसे अहम गोलकीपर में एक है, वो आ चुके थे 1955 साल में, वो यहाँ पे खेले थे और वहाँ पे कोलकाता और यूएसएसआर की एक मैच हुई थी, फ्रेंडली मैच, तो वहीं से शुरू हुआ। किंग और एम्परर पेले वो 2 बार आ चुके थे, खेले थे एक बार न्यूयॉर्क कॉस्मोस को के मोहन बगान क्लब के खिलाफ ईडन गार्डन्स में, और उसके बाद भी वो आए थे 2 बार, और दोबारा आए थे डिएगो अर्मांडो मैराडोना, कभी खेले नहीं लेकिन वो भी छाए हुए थे यहाँ।
Yes, and we can go on and on about the folklore of Kolkata football. Of course, Ronaldinho coming as well a few years ago. Emi Martinez, who helped Messi win the World Cup, he came as well. And a bit of a lap of honor here for the GOAT as he moves around the Salt Lake Stadium. And the fans can get a closer look of him.
You can hear it in their cheers. Even being in the same vicinity as Lionel Messi is like touching God in the flesh. In your dreams maybe, in your emotions maybe, in your thoughts maybe. But at the end of the day, this moment will not come over and over again. You've got to frame it in every possible way you can.
और यहाँ पे अभी जो स्टेडियम के माहौल है वो सारे बदल चुके हैं, क्योंकि और पीछे जो आप देख रहे हैं लुइस सुआरेज, again one of the greatest of the game. Of course, so many of the wonderful games he's played. This Luis Suarez for Amsterdam, from Liverpool, the Football Club Barcelona, went to Atletico Madrid, and now has followed his great friend to Inter Miami.
And he's thrown on the term greatest of all time and greatest so many times. Of course, Leo Messi in a class of his own. But Suarez, one of the all-time greats when it comes to strikers of this generation and generations past as well. Winning 4 La Ligas at Barcelona, being pivotal for Liverpool, although they couldn't manage to get that Premier League. And then going to La Liga, or rather going to Atletico Madrid and winning the La Liga there as well, Rohit, which is probably even more special.
Messi is special for being a generational talent who blends the role of a scorer, creator and dribbler, and consistently performing at the highest level for over a decade. It's been wonderful. And that's the World Cup. Will it again lifted in 2026?
Well, you never know. When the great man is around, anything is possible. 2022 was absolutely magical. 7 goals, 3 assists. And we all remember that final where he eventually shook hands with Paradise.
Are you silently suggesting that in 6 months we are going to see a replication of the same?
Well, why not? When he is there and when he's playing with that flair of being a world champion, I think it is definitely possible. They won the Copa America as well, back to back. So it is surely possible. Rodrigo de Paul as well. Let's speak about him a little bit. He also has been a fantastic footballer, World Cup winner in his own right, and is so dear to Leo Messi that he left Atletico Madrid and went to Inter Miami and won a trophy with him there as well.
We don't celebrate him, but in that World Cup squad, people often praise how Rodrigo de Paul kind of became a fulcrum in the Argentine midfield. He was the one who was responsible for the distribution of passes, and also, if needed, he played the screen ahead of that defense. He was brilliant.
और लियो मेसी जो एक है वो कभी सारी जो लाइमलाइट है, जो फोकस है, अपने ऊपर रखना नहीं चाहता है. He's always a great team man, and he always says that every victory is a team's victory. And he had such wonderful players beside him. That great, at one point of time had Kun Aguero, had of course Uncle Timario. What great players.
It all changed the 2022 World Cup. They said, let's do it for Leo. And they just carried a different kind of team spirit. And as you said, football is a team sport. And no matter how great you are individually, he always said that he would trade everything for that one World Cup. And he eventually got it.
ये आप क्रिकेट विश्व कप की बात कर रहे हैं जैसे सचिन के लिए बोलो थे वन टाइम फॉर सचिन लेट्स विन इट एंड इंडिया won it at one time.
Exactly. It felt more or less the same when that happened in 2011 and then when Messi lifted it in 2022, it was like everything aligned and we thought that he might be done there when it comes to Argentina, but that fantastic piece of news where he said that I will play for Argentina as a World Cup champion and then we'll see him again next year.
But I think we are all talking about his World Cup triumph. It all started from 2006. I remember Argentina getting knocked out by Germany in tiebreaker. David Ronaldo scored a late equalizer. And from there in 2010, I think they were beaten by Germany once again, if I'm not too mistaken. And then in 2014, once again, it was Germany. In the final, Mario Götze rattled them in 6 minutes to go. But then, as they say, redemption will come to you only if you believe in yourself.
When I went to Argentina in 2014, just a couple of months after that World Cup final loss, you asked about the atmosphere there. They love their football as much as we do. They were absolutely distraught, but they did say that it will come home soon, and they believed in Leo Messi.
Family.
What an incredible story. It just shows you that from a small piece of not even paper, of a paper napkin, things can start and it can reach to such heights where there is basically no ceiling, where you touch the sky and the moon and even further than that.
Only if you know to believe, and Messi believed. Messi believed no matter what comes his way, he'll be there. And you know why, Liam? Because he loved the sport. He loved the sport, he loved the ball with all his heart. And that is what drove him to the very brink of greatness. And that is why no matter what came his way, he said he's gonna stand tall, he's gonna take it all in, he'll take the defeat, and then he will fight his way back.
और मेसी की जो नामांकन जो है उनकी मदर की सबसे फेवरेट सिंगर थे लियोनेल रिची और उन्हीं के नाम थे वो अपने बेटे को पुत्र का नाम दिया था और ये शायद आप कई लोग जानते हैं कई आदमी भूल गए कि मेसी अर्जेंटीना को जो डेब्यू हुआ था वो बेंच से आके 2 ही मिनट में रेड कार्ड उनको दिखाया गया और वो उनको बाहर जाना पड़ा और this was in 2005 against Hungary.
And we speak so much about him being God's gift to football, but as we've mentioned throughout this discussion, it hasn't come easy. There is a lot of hard work that is put to it, of course, a lot of passion, as you said. It doesn't come without the love of the game, and that is why it's so important that I think it's fitting that he has his best friends alongside him, because being a team sport, no matter what individual things you achieve, you've got your best friends alongside you, you've got your teammates alongside you watching your back. That's what it's all about. It's about the memories that you make along with the trophies that you win.
Jim, someone very nicely put it. No matter how high you reach, unless you share it with your best of friends, the joy will remain kind of splintered to you. So that's what Messi knows it all. And that's why, not just all of it, I think Messi is also an embodiment of humility. The humility that he carries with himself, it's very rare. But make no mistake, he's already touched the skies and above.
Yes, that same boyish grin, it still remains. And he's such loved character. Just remember, when he won that Instagram the history is created history after that picture, that photo of his lifting the 2022 FIFA World Cup. 74 million it's still did. Near to goodness. Wow.
It looks like he's making his way outside now as the Muhammad's in the Salt Lake Stadium. As everybody will just soak it in for a few moments, I think, just the fact that they have seen the great man.
स्टेडियम सारी निगाहें हमारे अब हैं लियो मेसी को.
Yes, a couple of World Cup champions there, Rodrigo de Paul and Leo Messi is already waving to the crowd. Five-time La Liga champion Luis Suarez, Copa America champion as well. But three of them most recently